Welcome to SAP Contact Center Technical Pre-Sales Course Track 1, the first of 2 tracks included in the Level 3 Pre-Sales certification process for SAP Contact Center. Besides this course and the web assessment that follows, there is also a demo track that provides you with guidelines and scripts for helping you to build your technical presentation skills and providing an SAP Contact Center demo. After completing this course, you are able to engage with a prospect in a pre-sales dialogue around SAP Contact Center and the value of its functional capabilities. You are also able to explain how SAP Contact Center High Availability works and tell what deployment options would be relevant to your prospect. And finally, you can also explain the impact that SAP Contact Center could have when integrated to business applications in the prospect's specific scenario. SAP Contact Center offers unique value by helping organizations to optimize their communication and customer interaction processes. The following 5 points show how. 1. Business process integration. Native integration to other SAP business applications without a separate middleware. Enables contact handling through a single user interface and eliminating the need to jump back and forth between different applications. Allows the usage of CEBP, or Communication-Enabled Business Processes. When the communication processes and business processes are integrated, the service automation level can be raised. This leads to better routing decisions with more comprehensive information being presented to the agent. The result is faster and more personalized service, leading to shorter queuing times and increased customer satisfaction. 2. Single all-in-one platform. SAP Contact Center handles all communication channels, combining inbound and outbound contact center functionality with mobility and automated services. The basis of all functionality is available out of the box and requires just configuration. All contacts are routed through a single routing engine, ensuring uniform business processes. 3. All software standards-based architecture. Powerful solution with inbuilt high availability and flexible architecture. Enables easy and fast scalability when business requirements grow. Deploys onto industry standard operating systems and hardware. Non-proprietary hardware components, the support for web services, and service-oriented architecture guarantees that customers do not lock themselves into proprietary, non-expandable technology. 4. Maximum interoperability. SAP Contact Center supports industry standard interfaces for connecting to third-party communication solutions. A phased migration path from legacy solutions to SAP Contact Center with the ability to protect existing investments. This enables a quick, low-risk and low-cost access to more efficient customer interaction and related benefits. 5. Lower TCO. All the above points lead to lower TCO. With SAP Contact Center, the customers can focus on their business processes rather than maintaining their hardware. Lower TCO comes from less hardware, single software, easy maintenance, and faster implementation. The most significant business impact of SAP Contact Center is available through integrations, and we will start by looking into that topic. We will continue by going through the holistic solution that SAP Contact Center offers. SAP Contact Center architecture is extremely flexible and scalable, and this will be demonstrated in the next chapter. We will also look closer into inbuilt high availability and load balancing, followed by contact routing examples. Interoperability is very important if you want to make sure that your solution can be extended by best-of-breed functionality and can grow with your needs. We will end by highlighting the reasons why SAP Contact Center has lower TCO than its competition, making it really appealing for the customers. Note that you can pause the training at any time, should you need more time to study an image or digest the presented text at your own pace. Good luck! So, let's start with the business process integration capabilities of SAP Contact Center. You will learn what communication-enabled business processes are and what value those offer to SAP Contact Center customers. Many challenges are caused by the ways that organizations have set up their communications and systems in the past. To begin with, communications from different parts of the organization were traditionally managed with separate hardware-based systems that were complex and expensive to install and maintain. This setup was rigid and could not adapt to organizational fluctuations. Integration to business applications was expensive and for that reason often missing or only partial. This caused the employees working with customer interaction to manage and track the communications manually into a separate CRM system. This was cumbersome, slow, and prone to errors. With SAP Contact Center, SAP provides an integrated, all software-based solution that ties together all communication channels and all customer-facing interactions into a single, flexible, and adaptable environment. By bringing these disparate communication channels and systems together into a single software-based solution, companies can implement communication-enabled business processes. This means integrating the communication and business applications together and automating steps to eliminate human-created latency. With that, we get the benefits that matters: reduced call handling times, skill-based routing to increase first contact resolutions, and web self-service options for customers. All of these drive a reduced per agent per call contact cost and reduced system TCO. Let's start by looking into the focus point of customer interaction between corporates and their customers. SAP Contact Center controls all communication channels and contact routing, whereas SAP CRM contains customer details, interaction, and purchase history. Tying these two applications together is the best place to automate business processes. The integration between SAP Contact Center and SAP CRM uses a web services connection between Contact Center and CRM servers. This enables both systems to flexibly converse contact-related data and to synchronize the contact control buttons used in both interfaces on the agent desktop. The integration means that SAP CRM Interaction Center web client can be used as the single user interface for handling the customer interaction from end to end with SAP applications. Integration between SAP Contact Center and SAP CRM is pre-built, which enables the implementation to be executed much faster than competitive vendors. No separate adapters are needed and the integration is included into the standard license price. Because of this, SAP Contact Center implementations costs are significantly lower, 35 to 40%, than competing solutions. Additional savings are generated from internal IT staff requirements to maintain and upgrade a solution that is simpler to use and interfaces seamlessly with SAP CRM. Integrations with SAP CRM platform allows customers to access a variety of products and services and attracts them with personalized promotions, resulting in increased sales, all while permitting the customer to feel empowered and in charge of business relationship. The map of integration functionality between SAP Contact Center and SAP CRM depends on the used versions. At the minimum level, inbound call handling, email handling, click-to-dial and context transfer are available across all solution versions. Additional functionality has been added in each new solution version, and this clearly demonstrates direction. Both applications complement each other, and the integrated functionality will grow richer with future product releases. SAP Contact Center is truly a future-proof solution. The key idea behind communication-enabled business processes is integrating communication as a part of business process in order to get rid of human caused latency. By transforming business models and improving operations, we can enable fast access to customer data and improve customer service while focusing on lowering TCO. This is what happens in the following example. Customer calls in. SAP Contact Center does an automatic background search to SAP CRM in order to identify the caller and to fetch additional information like customer status, preferred service agent, and service language. The call is then routed to the agent, who is presented with all the customer details with the call. The agent takes the customer order and fills in the details to SAP ERP database. An automated checkup process in SAP ERP notices that the warehouse balance does not meet the order details, creates a ticket, and makes a routing request to SAP Contact Center. The ticket is allocated to a service agent who can consult the sales agent who took the initial order before contacting the customer. The agent then calls the customer and agrees on new delivery time and scope and updates the details to SAP ERP. Once the order is ready, the carrier brings it over to the customer, who verifies and accepts the delivery. The delivery person can confirm the delivery remotely via a mobile device to SAP Contact Center that notifies SAP ERP. SAP ERP will automatically dispatch the invoice. What is more, the progress in all steps can be followed online and reported afterwards. SAP Contact Center is available also from the cloud. Therefore, it is only natural that it is integrated with both SAP Cloud for Sales and Cloud for Service, further completing and strengthening the cloud offering from SAP. This integration offers similar benefits as the on-premise SAP CRM SAP Contact Center integration would, while maintaining the flexibility of cloud. With incoming contacts, CDT or convergent softphones pass contact data to SAP Cloud for Sales or Service user interface. For calls, this data is caller number, called number, call ID, and caller that's data collected via SAP Contact Center IVR. SAP Cloud for Sales or Service user interface is configured to use this call data to query customer information from the server and pop up customer data on live activity dialog on the screen, from where the user can easily navigate to additional customer-related data, for example service tickets. SAP Cloud Sales and Service user can dial customer by clicking phone numbers in SAP Cloud user interface. Phone number is passed to SAP Contact Center and it dials out automatically to the given number. Agent uses SAP Cloud user interface to add needed customer transactions for the call. Native integration is a future-proof solution, as SAP business applications will consistently integrate even in the future. Business process integration comes free of charge with the user license and can be configured with easy documented steps. Communication-enabled business processes help in service automation and reduce latency. SAP Contact Center is a multi-channel enabled contact center solution that combines key communication areas to a single, flexible solution. The basis of all of this functionality is available out of the box and is easy to configure to match the customer business needs. SAP Contact Center bundles all separate areas of communication to a single, all-in-one communication solution. This means just one holistic solution instead of spot solutions for a specific need. The deep business context integration through open interfaces to SAP business applications facilitates the creation of communication-enabled business processes. This means a deep integration between communication and business solutions and processes. These will help in automatically identifying and utilizing the best available resources throughout the whole organization, improving customer satisfaction with more knowledgeable answers and faster time to service. SAP Contact Center links communications with the appropriate business context by networking with other SAP and non-SAP business solutions and collaboration tools. This helps organizations to improve customer service, streamline business processes, decrease human latency, and increase agility. Administration and management is made easy. Instead of managing a range of solutions, the administration is consolidated to a single user interface. In this example, a customer calls to a service number. The call lands on the gateway or the session border controller. The call is signaled through SIP bridge to call dispatcher, which notifies communications event manager of a new call. It stores call details to database and orders call dispatcher to tell media routing service to play prompts for the caller. A voice stream is connected between media routing service and the gateway or a session border controller. When the highest skilled available agent is found, Communication Event Manager tells agent server to push the call details through connection server to the agent's phone. The call starts to ring at the agent's phone. Once the agent answers the call, Communications Event Manager disconnects the earlier prompt voice stream and tells new voice endpoints for the agent's phone and the gateway or session border controller, and a voice stream is connected between the two. The customer and the agent starts the conversation. In this example, the customer opens a chat. Chat portal server notices the new entry on the chat web server on DMZ and sends the contents further via chat server to Communications Event Manager. It can post automatic reply messages back to the customer. The highest skilled available agent is found for the chat, and Communications Event Manager tells the agent server via connection server to notify the agent of the new chat session. The agent sees an incoming chat request. The agent accepts the chat. Communications Event Manager tells new connection endpoints to chat server and agent user interface. Chat dialog is started between the customer and the agent. Chat contents are stored into database. Multi-session chat is supported from SAP Contact Center 7 Service Pack 6 onwards with SAP CRM Interaction Center. Up to 6 concurrent chat sessions can be handled by an agent. In the last routing example, the customer sends an email to corporate email server. Inbound emails are checked periodically by a Communications Event Manager subprocess and are written into database when found. The highest skilled available agent is located and email details are pushed through the agent server and connection server to the agent user interface. Agent accepts the email and its full details are downloaded from the database. Agent compiles an answer and sends it back. The agent server stores the answer into database. Email sender polls new outgoing emails and pushes it via SMTP server to corporate email server and further to the customer. Fax server or SMS gateway can be used to convert these medias to email. After that, those can be routed further in SAP Contact Center just like emails. SAP CRM telemarketing campaigns are integrated with SAP Contact Center Outbound Dialer. Campaign planning and scripting, as well as call lists, are defined in SAP CRM and linked to the dialer in SAP Contact Center. call lists and call list updates are automatically transferred to SAP Contact Center. Access rights to the campaign and call-related configuration, like the number of retrials to a busy number, are defined in SAP Contact Center and the campaign is activated. Once the agents join the campaign, outbound call handling is done in SAP CRM Interaction Center user interface. The call results are being fed back to the dialer. SAP Contact Center monitoring and reporting provide analytics of dialer and agent efficiency. Call campaign results analytics, like the amount of sales, is done using SAP CRM analytics tools.
SAP Contact Center supports 3 different dialing modes in outbound campaigns. Preview mode, where the agent can preview the details of the next customer and click on the call button when ready to make the call. Once the call is hung up, the agent can again preview the next call's details before clicking the call button. Progressive mode, as preview mode, but more effective. Once the previous call is hung up, the dialer calls automatically to the next customer. Agent can preview the customer details while the phone is ringing at the customer. Predictive mode, the most effective outbound dialing mode. It works as progressive mode, but in this case the dialing algorithm dictates that, for example, with a probability of 93%, there will be a free agent during the next 10 seconds. So the dialer calls out to the next customer already, even though at this very moment there are no free agents for the call yet. Both the preview and progressive dialing are available out of the box. Predictive dialing also requires a third-party dialing algorithm to work. Please see the compatibility list for more detailed information.
SAP Contact Center version 7 uses Voice XML type IVR. It can be used for creating traditional voice menus, playing announcements, and checking schedules. It can also be configured to do different background queries to further enrich the call letters data. All of these queries are completely unnoticeable to the caller and enable skill-based routing. This reduces call length and overall call load on live agents. As an example, when the customer calls in, SAP Contact Center IVR can use the caller number and service queue number to query additional information from SAP CRM. The return information might be the preferred agent for this customer, a required service language, or other skill requirement that will automatically alter the call routing. This results in better first contact resolution and less internal forwarding of the call. The return information might also contain information of open tickets from the customer or customer's account balance, etc. All of this data can be added to call letters data and shown on the agent's user interface at the moment the call is being offered. In this example, the customer calls the service number and is greeted by a welcome message. During the prompt, an automated process tries to identify the caller number from SAP CRM. If a match is found, the call automatically jumps further in the dialog to choosing the wanted service. In case no match is found, the caller is prompted to enter the customer type, new customer or existing customer. A new customer is automatically forwarded to the sales queue. An existing customer is asked to enter the customer number, which is then verified from SAP CRM. After the verification, the caller is prompted to choose the appropriate service queue. The call is routed accordingly, and along with the incoming call, the agent sees the customer details on the CRM screen, which helps serving the customer faster. SAP Contact Center contact events are collected by data collector into monitoring and reporting databases. The difference between the two is that monitoring shows information from the beginning of the current day and information from reference days such as yesterday, the same day a week ago, etc., for comparing trends in the contact traffic. Monitoring is a tool for contact center supervisors and team leaders. Reporting, on the other hand, shows historical information from longer periods of time. The real-time monitoring and reporting capabilities provide supervisors and management with performance feedback data to constantly drive service improvements. SAP Contact Center comes with a set of standard default reports that show contact volume, agent activity, and queue-based reporting data. Custom reports can be created to complement these. Reporting data can also be compressed into OLAP cubes that can store the reporting data for longer periods of time. Reporting data interface sends consolidated contact handling data from all channels to SAP CRM, where contact data is mapped with business partner information. This enables so-called blended analytics, where analytics functionality in the SAP Contact Center combines with the analytics module of SAP CRM to provide more meaningful business reports like contact intensity of customers and products, net revenue value per contact, and correlation of service level and customer satisfaction. A single SAP CRM integrated communication solution for contact center needs. Powerful routing engine that knows the availability and skills of all agents and allocates contacts evenly in all locations. Contact pre-routing and process automation means shorter queue times and shorter contact handling times. Let's look at SAP Contact Center architecture, how the software components are deployed, and how contacts are routed inside SAP Contact Center. SAP Contact Center uses standard network for transporting voice. The voice payload can be estimated from the number of simultaneous users and used voice codec. Using quality of service over wide area networks is required for consistent voice quality. Connectivity to telephone network or to other phone systems is either via ISDN pre-trunks and VoIP gateways or via SIP trunks and session border controllers. VoIP gateways convert the traditional TDM traffic used in telephone networks into packet switch traffic used in IP networks. Session border controller keeps the SIP connection secure. A VoIP gateway may also be needed for SIP normalization between different SIP implementations. The basis software for SAP Contact Center is Microsoft Windows Server and SQL Server, so customers can easily use in-house expertise. These can be set up to run on standard commodity servers or on VMware server images. The soft phones can be run on standard Windows workstations with USB headset or handset. Also, off-the-shelf SIP phones are supported. Please see compatibility list for supported models. Finally, a mobile or any third-party phone can be configured as a voice terminal into SAP Contact Center. This is a simplified example of contact routing with SAP Contact Center. Customers can contact the service through a variety of communication channels at the top. There must be an access network between the customers and service, and this is the public telephone network or internet, depending on the use channel. The contacts are accepted and routed in the server network and allocated to end users in the client network at the bottom. In this example, a call comes in via telephone network and lands onto a SIP gateway or a session border controller. It is signaled further to SAP Contact Center servers where the routing engine locates the best available person to answer the contact and routes it further to the correct user at the bottom. Customer identification and additional routing data can be fetched from the SAP CRM server. Once the agent answers the call, a voice stream connecting the call is established between the gateway and the end user. In an all-IP environment, there is no need to buy additional proprietary phone hardware, as may be required with other non-SAP solutions. In a very large contact center, this means significant savings. The IP softphone will generate call expense savings as well by routing calls between contact center locations across IP trunks at little costs. In a distributed virtual environment with home-based agents, for instance, this can save significant corporate expense. SAP Contact Center software modules are organized into instances called virtual units, which can be freely deployed in one-to-one or many-to-one relation onto SAP Contact Center servers. Virtual units allow also easy load balancing by configuring several similar virtual units in parallel and by deploying these onto multiple servers to share the load. To further scale up, additional servers are simply added to the same architecture. In the first example, active virtual units number 1, 2, and 3 are running on server A, and the spare units on server B. HAC, the High Availability Controller, monitors and logs any changes in SAP Contact Center software components and automatically initiates recovery mechanism in case disturbances are noticed. If there is a disturbance with virtual unit number 1, High Availability Controller will initiate recovery process to fix the failure or activate the spare instance on server B. In the second example, the entire server A fails. High Availability Controller notices this and automatically starts the corresponding virtual units on server B. This virtual unit-based high availability is set up onto standard servers and software, allowing very cost-effective redundancy. SAP Contact Center virtual units can be set up in parallel onto several servers. Load balancing is inbuilt. Scalable deployment allows dividing the setup into different functional and security zones. Maintenance and upgrades can be performed even during operation. A specified server or SAP Contact Center instance is marked for maintenance and switched off. The system automatically redistributes load evenly on the remaining instances. An upgraded virtual unit is joined back to the running configuration and the other virtual units can be maintained. All the time, High Availability Controller monitors and logs the health of SAP Contact Center software and initiates a recovery mechanism if disturbances are noticed. Alarms based on condition change can be sent further to third-party monitoring solutions. This is a view of the Infrastructure Administrator tool. It is used for creating and deploying the virtual units onto assigned host servers. The same tool is also used for deploying hotfixes or taking a component down for maintenance. In normal operation, it can also be used for monitoring the health of the components. When scaling up an existing solution, the system model already contains the information of all virtual units, so it is easy to add a new host server into the system model and assign the virtual units to be deployed onto that server. This allows us to easily add more resources to create load balancing. The minimum setup for SAP Contact Center is one logical server, a gateway or a session border controller, and a telephone connection. This setup is not meant for production use, but it can be used as a sandbox environment, proof of concept, or as a staging server for testing new configurations or software versions. SAP Contact Center runs on Windows Server 2008 or 2012 operating system and on SQL 2008 or 2012 database. Servers are standard commodity servers that can be chosen from any vendor. In addition, SAP Contact Center supports VMware and servers can be virtualized. For Gateway or Session Border Controller, please see compatibility list for supported models and vendors. Typical redundant setup for on-premise SAP Contact Center has the major hardware and software components doubled for redundancy. Gateways, telephone and data connections are doubled. Database is redundant, application servers are doubled, and even the virtual units are doubled. The redundant setup is completed by connecting all servers to two network switches for resiliency. This setup enables automatic failovers and allows doing planned maintenance during operation. As the business needs grow, additional servers can be added to the system and further load balancing done to suit the growing business needs. This is a huge improvement to traditional solutions where an oversized solution was the only way to adapt to growing contact loads. As the availability needs increase, another data center location can be added to the setup. This will further increase the availability by giving protection against, for example, external damage of cables, fire and power outages. Storage area network can be used for better performance. The servers can be changed into quickly replaceable blade servers, while the operating system and SAP Contact Center process runs on the storage area network. Even VMware is supported as server platform. In this setup, the data centers have a bridge connection that allows moving virtual units freely between the data centers. So an entire data center can become non-operational and the service is not affected. The following example shows the impact of SAP Contact Center usage to data connection bandwidth. Typically, the voice-related streams are the most significant. A user logon causes the user interface, appearance and contents to be downloaded from web server. The payload depends on configured user interface elements and the amount of stored contact history data of the user. Prompts to an inbound call are played with G711 codec, and this causes a constant payload every second for the duration of the prompt. A call is signaled to the user and gets connected with G729 codec that causes a constant payload during the call. In case the user can do recording from the workstation to an external server, this will be done in GSM codec. Finally, with integration to SAP CRM, information is being exchanged between contact center and CRM during the call. Its size per call is roughly 10 KB plus the size of call attached data, which varies a bit, but is typically not significant in comparison to voice streams. As a conclusion, all voice streams consume bandwidth significantly and signaling creates less load on the network. SAP Contact Center scales up to global range solution. Additional servers may be required to cope with the growing number of users and services, but as we learned earlier in this presentation, those are very easy to add to an existing solution. What we also learned was that voice stream consumes the bulk of the bandwidth. This means that it's cost effective to keep the voice streams local. In the example above, we have an SAP Contact Center solution covering the entire globe. For example, the Costa Rica location has a local gateway or session border controller and 2 local servers for playing the voice prompts and doing local call recording. Calls that come in from public telephone network in Costa Rica can also be routed to agents locally. This means that prompts, recording and calls voice streams can be kept local, while only the signaling traffic is consuming the overseas bandwidth. The same gets repeated in every other location, allowing us to keep international wide area network connection cost affordable. In a secure deployment, the infrastructure is divided into separate security zones with firewalls. The databases contain critical reporting data and system configuration, so those should be protected for maximum security. The server network should also be kept isolated from unwanted access from the user network. In case a direct connection to internet is required, for example for chat channel, a further security zone can be created to contain unwanted access from DMZ. Architecture based on industry standard software and hardware platform. Support for virtual servers. Scalable software allows you to grow your solution or to make it more redundant with easy steps. High availability allows the system to automatically recover from failures faster than you could react yourself. Depending on the business need, the customer might have an existing phone system that will be left for users in a specific function or location. SAP Contact Center can easily converse with an existing legacy phone system. This adds the possibility to protect the existing investment when it is a requirement. Sometimes it also happens that even though a customer is committed to migrating to SAP Contact Center, the migration cannot be done all at once. For such a situation, there is a suggested top-level plan. In case SAP Contact Center is used over connections that do not support quality of service, the voice needs to be routed to a third-party phone. The same applies to situations where the connectivity is not adequate for voice routing, like for home office users working over VPN. In both cases, MTD or multi-terminal desktop functionality can be used for providing call control to softphone, while voice is routed to any configured third-party phone. The benefit of this functionality is that full CTI functionality can be used. Another way of adding third-party terminals into SAP Contact Center service is to use external agent functionality. This means logging into SAP Contact Center service queues by calling into an IVR number, an often used functionality amongst on-call personnel who must be quickly reachable regardless of their location. Both of these functionalities offer a cost-effective way of providing quick disaster recovery in case connectivity to the data center is lost. A modern PBX can offer a SIP trunk or ISDN trunk to connect to SAP Contact Center. Some older type PBXs cannot provide any outbound trunks, or there is no capacity left for any. In such a case, the only way to combine SAP Contact Center with the old PBX is to add a VoIP gateway to the trunks between the public telephone network and the PBX. This PBX can then extract a part of the inbound traffic towards SAP Contact Center. In this example, routing rules for intra-system calls are maintained on the gateway. Any call dialed to extensions through 1000 to 1499 will be routed to SAP Contact Center, and calls to extensions 1500 through 1800 to old PBX. The following slides will show how we could benefit from this during a phased migration. Starting point for migration to SAP Contact Center usage. In the headquarters, there are CTI point-to-point connectors to different business applications. Due to the nature of traditional telephone solution, these CTI connectors are separately developed for every single business application. What is more, the connectors only cover a single PBX location and would need to be redeveloped for every PBX location separately. This makes it not economically viable in smaller contact center locations, and therefore the CTI functionality is seldom available outside the largest contact center. Connections to PSTN are via primary rate interface ISDN trunks. In the first step, SAP Contact Center and the VoIP gateway are added to the infrastructure. The purpose of the VoIP gateway is to do protocol conversion to the phone traffic so that it can be routed to SAP Contact Center through IP networks. The gateway is configured to extract the inbound contact center call traffic towards SAP Contact Center while letting the enterprise telephony calls go further to the old PBX. Calls routed by SAP Contact Center are now using the corporate IP network. In practice, this means that all contact center agents in every location is now working in a single service pool. This guarantees an even and optimal utilization of the entire workforce across all contact center locations. What is more, full CTI functionality is now enabled to all of the contact center agents in all locations, allowing them to work more effectively. By this simple step, we have already established significant benefits to the customer. The continuation depends on the corporate strategy. Some customers are already happy after this phase, but some decide to go further. In this phase, we have added also the remote and home office workers onto SAP Contact Center. The remote users can configure their mobile phones as their contact center extensions, and home office users within connectivity to the corporate network can enjoy the benefits of CTI connection. This location independency is enabled through MTD, multi-terminal desktop mode, that allows using any third-party phone as a voice terminal while running the CTI connection on your PC screen. Small office PBXs can now be disbanded. In some cases, the customer is committed to have SAP Contact Center as their one and only communication platform. This is achieved by gradually replacing all old PBX devices. Once a PBX reaches the end of its service life, it is no longer being replaced with a new one, but all users in that location are now turned into SAP Contact Center users. Eventually, all users in all locations are using only SAP Contact Center. This means a single communication platform with a single maintenance cycle maintained in a single location. The required configuration for the presented migration is easy to do. The first thing to add to SAP Contact Center is the gateway. This is done in System Configurator. The key settings are IP address. This is used when conversing with SAP Contact Center. A bridge, which is the name of the SIP bridge to which the gateway connects. In mask, how many digits of the full E164 number are used in internal numbering. The second thing to add are the migrated users. This is easiest to do with an import script. The users with their information are first entered into a CSV file. System Configurator import script is used to turn the entries in the CSV file into SAP Contact Center users. By selecting an earlier configured user group as the import destination, adequate user rights are added to the new users automatically. Choose the source file for the import, press Start, and follow the instructions. In case advanced IVR functionality is required, SAP Contact Center can be integrated to a third-party IVR to add more functionality. In this example, an IVR submenu in SAP Contact Center enables a caller to do self-service via speech recognition. The original call is transferred out with additional information in the X headers of SIP invite message. The call is answered in the third-party IVR and customer can do self-service. Once ready, the results are transferred back to SAP Contact Center in the X headers of SIP by message. The call returns to a later step in the IVR, and if further service by a live agent is needed, all collected data is available. SAP Contact Center has been developed with the focus to core contact center functionality. Industry standard protocols are supported, and client-side functionality can be extended through open interfaces. If additional third-party operational functionality, such as quality monitoring, workforce management, or business analytics is required to complement the inbuilt features, there is a range of ready-made integration interfaces available for quick connection. This gives an easy expansion route to best-of-breed functionality when the business needs it. These standard interfaces of SAP Contact Center allow internal IT staff to quickly add third-party functions if programming skills are up to the task, and thus may derive additional savings over hiring professional system integrators. With SAP Contact Center, you never lock yourself out of any option. Client COM enables a quick connection to third-party applications running on the end-user workstation, and Client Core allows building an entirely new softphone user interface, or embedding the softphone functionality to an existing user interface. SIP-Bridge is used for connecting devices or systems using SIP protocol. SIP X headers or SOAP interface can be used for transferring call-attached data with, for example, third-party speech recognition solutions. Online integration interface is used for transferring contact handling and user status related data over web services. For example, SAP CRM integration uses this interface. Quality monitoring interface enables a third-party quality assurance system to get call data and to order the call voice stream to itself for call recording. Task management interface makes it possible to create email-like items that are routed to agents and reported on as any other communication channel. A reporting data interface gives access to SAP Contact Center reporting data. For example, SAP NetWeaver BI uses this interface. Administration and configuration interface enables creating new users to SAP Contact Center and managing their user rights from a third-party application like Human Resources System. Directory and availability interface gives access to SAP Contact Center phone directory and end-user presence information. Presence synchronization interface allows real-time synchronization of user presence information between SAP Contact Center and, for example, MS Link. Deploy SAP Contact Center to where it is needed and have it interoperating with other solutions. Improve your service by mobilizing your workforce outside your office. Add supporting functionality through open interfaces that are available with no additional cost and are easy to set up. So, before ending this course, let's summarize the main benefits of SAP Contact Center and look why the total cost of operation is cheaper with SAP Contact Center. SAP Contact Center truly adds value to SAP customers. an end-to-end customer handling process with business process integration to SAP's business applications provide a future-proof solution that will consistently integrate even in the future. A single platform optimizes the resource usage across all locations, enables a better adherence to service levels, and unified business reports to easily follow the service. Architecture is extremely flexible and scalable. High availability is inbuilt, and system recuperates from failures automatically. Does not require costly proprietary hardware. Easily connects to existing phone systems, or when extended functionality is required, can connect to best-of-breed solutions through open interfaces. All of these promote a much lower TCO that has been proven to outplay the competition by as much as 25 to 50%. For more detailed information, please see the analysis done by Frost & Sullivan. A total cost of ownership analysis of SAP Business Communications Management Solution, cost savings opportunity for SAP customers.